afternoon, a warm welcome to Odsal Stadium, Stones Bitter League Championship clash, where Bradford entertain the Saints. My name's Ron Hoof, you're with Mike on video. I'm awaiting the Bradford commentator John Simpson, he'll be joining us shortly. But Bradford coming out onto the pitch now. Saints just limbering up there, and third position in the league. Bradford in second position, with the old pie eaters just taking the top spot after Bradford suffering the first loss last week at Warrington. The Saints team for this afternoon unchanged from last week. Steve Prescott at full-back, Alan Hunt, Scott Gibbs, Paul Loughlin and Anthony Sullivan in the three quarters, John Griffiths and Bobby Goulding the half-back pairing, John Neal, Phil Beavers and Adam Fogarty the front row, Chris Jointy and Pickham and Shane Cooper the back three, and on the bench it's Tommy Martin and Apollo Perolini. The Bradford side for this afternoon: David Watson at full-back, their three quarters, David Turpin, David Frace, Carl Hall and David Myers. New Love injured, been struggling with an injury all week, and obviously he wants to be fit for Saturday against the Aussies in the first test, doesn't he? Neil Summers and Derek Fox are the half-back pairing, with Roy Powell, Jason Donoghue, Eugene Boneville in the front row, Paul Dixon, Carl Furbank and David Herron, the veteran campaigner, at loose forward. Paul Medley and John Hamer are on the bench, or two forwards on the bench. And as you can see, the Bradford Northern mascots there with the officials and Captain Derek Fox for Bradford, captain for the Saints Shane Cooper. Big day for these young fellas, these young mascots. It's a big thing now for the rugby league and the majority of the teams that have mascots. Obviously it gives the kids the encouragement they need, and it's great to get them involved with the team action on team day. Anyway, I've just gone through the teams for you now. I'm joined now obviously by Bradford's regular commentator John Simpson. A poor day, John, really. It's a bit of rain coming down. Let's hope it doesn't spoil it too much, but on paper it's going to be a good competition, isn't it?
Well, the first thing we're hoping in the Bradford camp is that we can perform a little bit better than last week. Saints, as you probably mentioned, already on the roll, 7 magnificent wins. Peter Fox just now mentioning to the Bradford players, they've got to be very, very wary of Shane Cooper round about the dead ball area, putting his little skidding ball through, especially Bobby Goulding as well. But I think we're in for a good day. Bradford have been training for this match for a week now. A real rollicking from Peter Fox, and I'm sure we'll see a far different team than we saw at Warrington last week. Dave Watson with an early taste of the ball there for Bradford. Jason Donoghue was 3 or 4 stitches in head, but he's really the result of the Bradford curse on the number 9 shirt at the moment. Trevor Clark broke his leg, and the young stand-in Phil Epworth, he dislocated his ankle. Jason Donoghue, the latest to don the number 9 shirt for Bradford. David Eden switching round. This time John Hook goes in centre, looking for a big game from Myers today. David Turpin deputising for the injured Paul Newlove on the wing, usually a centre.
I think there's going to be a good contest at half-back as well, John, with Summers and Fox and Goulding and John Griffiths. So both two fiery scrum halves, aren't they? But it's Anthony Sullivan, first touch for the Saints. As you said, John, 7 on the trot, unbeaten, 1 draw, 6 wins. But Adam Fogarty there, one of the informed forwards at St Helens. And Bradford, obviously they've got a big pack. They've nearly always had a big pack, and they've 2 forwards on the bench. So obviously plenty of firepower are going to be coming from their pack. Beavers, Goulding along the line, Cooper, he knocks it forward. As you say, John, obviously Shane Cooper is the campaigner, the leader. He'll have to be watched. He made an error there. Bradford have possession. Let's see what they can do with this set of 6.
Shane Cooper, obviously one of the kingpins, as he has been for so long for St Helens. Magnificent player. Adam Fogarty there chasing Eugene Boneville down. Fogarty, of course, formerly with Halifax. Don't like to admit it, but I played with his father many years ago. Terry, a magnificent footballer. Played for Halifax in the championship win in 1965 along with Colin Dixon. What a mighty back row those two formed together. However, today's game, it's Paul Dixon, another powerful back row forward, taking Bradford Northern to the halfway line. David Herron. I say it every week, stood behind those 36 years, David Herron. St Helens defence, Alan up very, very quickly there. Coming in for his centre, Carl Hall. Couldn't quite get David Myers away. Fox did a bit of passing of the day. The long high ball chased by David Watson. Well taken by Steve Prescott, who's very much an informed player at the moment.
Yes, he took it well, and in one of the magazines at the weekend likened to Brett Mullins for his deep running and that. I'm sure he'd be pleased about that, but he's certainly one for the future. There's no danger. He's been doing the business for the Saints. And Paul Loughlin, he's hit a good bit of form recently, John, after we could say a bad patch. I suppose all players go through a bad patch, don't they? But the ball's gone to ground there. Reaping is the indication. Pulling out, it's a penalty to the Saints. Furbank and Newlove in the testing this Saturday, John. He's out with an injury. He's been struggling, hasn't he, Newlove? And I think obviously they want to make sure he's fit for Saturday.
That's right, yeah. 4-0 wanting to play. Well, he wasn't 100%, so Peter Fox, decided best to rest him. Mentioned Paul Loughlin there. Glad to see the big fellas back on form. Hope we don't pay for it today. They had about 18 months where he's been in the doldrums and he's suffering from that arm injury. Foggy today making a big break for St Helens, but well tidied up by the Bradford Northern defence. Cal Fairbank, David Aaron and little Jason Donoghue.
Now it's with Ian Pickervance. He's driving it forward, looking for support. Beavers is there. Saints move it over to the right. Inside ball to Scott Gibbs. 10 metres from the Bradford line now. Bradford defence is going to be tested. The Saints will move it along the line. John Griffiths, Chris Joint. Tries to break the first line of defence. Has to take the tackle. It was firm there. Fogarty, he drives again, and Fogarty only a metre short. Initial break came from Fogarty, just outside the 20. Beavers, Golding changes direction, he chips it through. Oh, magnificently taken by Watson. And he's a complete player, Watson. He's a superb player at any position, John.
Yeah, Bradford very lucky to have an asset like David Watson in the lineup, but there we saw an early indication of what we were talking about earlier. It was Golding who put the little ball through that time. I said Peter Fox had warned the Bradford players that's what Saints to be doing. Dave Watson very much aware of it. They made a brilliant pick-up. Bourneville, another big Kiwi, making his name in the Rugby League at the moment. Only a youngster, 22-year-old, made a very big impact on this Bradford pack. Summers. Could be, by many, described him as the form stand-up at the moment. Back to Fox. Saints up very fast. Fox forced into a rather an early kick. He puts it deep. Alan Hunt taking his time, eventually picks the ball up. He's on wearing a scrum cap there.
Well, he is, yes. It codded me when they came out for the warm-up, John. I thought, who's that with the scrum cap after we'd gone through it? It is Alan Hunt. Now, whether he has some kind of knock he just wants to protect or not, I don't know. It's unusual for Alan Hunt to have it. But anyway, Saints are in possession, and John Neal takes us up just short of the halfway line. Solid tackling by Bradford, and they forced John Neal back. The referee shouted held, but that's solid tackling, and that's a hallmark of Bradford. Golding. Out to Chris Joint, runs out wide. Oh, breaks out of the tackle, he drives again, does Chris Joint. Well, the ball, I thought the ball would come free then. Obviously not. Golding, putting pressure on Bradford, penning them deep down, just as Foxy. Well, yes, good chase by Golding. As Myers picked it up, he did well to get obviously out of the in-goal area, but a good kick and chase by Golding there, John.
Yeah, superb kick and chase there by Golding. A man obviously put in for a test place next week. David Watson, he picked it up, went down the blind side, and much to dismay of the coaches on the bench, I should think. So close to that touch line, however, he got away with it. But Saints moving up very fast in defence. Bournemouth gets a superb ball to Fairbank, who drops the ball. Luckily, well, a penalty given to Bradford. Maybe he got pulled in a tackle, I couldn't quite see it.
Oh, I didn't quite see that myself, John. We're just trying to see what the referee's indication or reaping out he's given. He's obviously, it didn't look as though for me, did it, John? But it's obviously a grey area, but that's it. Bradford have the penalty. Foxy comes back for the ball. That'd be a penalty for the extra yardage, and Foxy will kick, what, 10 metres outside his own 20. Kick for yardage on the open side, and just penetrating the Saints half. Just
taking the easy option there, Derek. Big Roy Powell, and once again St Helens caught offside. Well, I should imagine that Derek might have a go for goal here. Well, no, he's put a quick tap into touch. wants to get on with the game. Donoghue has the ball already. Here they go again to Bradford. Bournemouth driving forward. Chris Joynt, I think, there with a big hit. He'd pick up, I'm sorry. Powell, he steps inside. I'm sure Derek Fox will want this ball taken towards those posts. They're giving some options. Long ball. Not the best of paths for him, Derek. Carl Fairbank can't pick it up. Eventually the ball goes down. One or two of the Saints fans saying justice. And it is Mr. Campbell. Was the referee today, that Mr. Campbell?
It is Mr. Campbell. He's an ex-Saints player.
Well, let's say, well, if everything loaded in your way. Bradford have won. Russell Smith, he's the next Northern player, so I suppose really Bradford can't comment on that one.
He'll be totally impartial. They always are, these referees, aren't they, John?
Certainly are, especially when you're away from home. Neil Summers. So say it's making good yardage. But Bradford Northern defence up to it.
John Neal taking up the running. Saints in possession. 8 minutes gone and no scoring at present. John Griffiths breaks quickly from the acting half-back position. Quickly tidied up by Derek Fox and Roy Powell. Now it's Beavers, and Beavers chips it through. Over to David Myers' wing. He should take it comfortably. Shane Cooper leading the charge, but Myers there is taken down on the 10-metre line.
Yeah, Shane Cooper's chasing game is absolutely superb. I noticed last week against Leeds, 9 times out of 10 is always the St Helens player, first St Helens player there, and invariably brings off that wonderful tackle. He doesn't appear to me to be as fast as the guys, but he seems to get there every time. Beavers as well, he's having a new lease of life in his hooking position for St Helens. We're interested to see how he goes as the season progresses. But of course the options, I believe, is now back in the fold into the young academy player. He's been out for a while. Hodgkinson.
Yeah, Tommy Hodgkinson, he's been out. Bernard Dwyer is just at the back of us in the stand, and he's in a testimonial season. He's a couple of weeks away from coming back. Plenty of options, yeah, but you can always rely on Beavers in any position, John. But Donoghue kicks it through, puts it downfield. Sullivan has to take it on his own line. Donoghue leading the chase. Prescott's with him, but Sullivan has the possession, and Donoghue it's Fox that brings him down, but Donoghue was there as well. Steve Prescott, versatile full-back. Certainly a seesaw game, the opening 10 minutes. Saints have been up the Bradford end, and then obviously Bradford up at the Saints end, but no scoring at present. 10 minutes gone. John Griffiths onto Fogarty. He straightens up to Fogarty, tries to drive forward. Solid tackling again by Bradford. 2 and 3 men round at every tackle. Golding. Oh, lovely ball now to Joynt. Lovely ball from Golding. Short ball to Cooper, then to Joynt. What a good tackle there by Turpin. And Golding grubbers it for touch, and finds touch about 8 metres from the northern line. 10th game for each of these sides in the 1994-95 season. Northern in second position, Saints in third. As I said before, John, the Pie Eaters just sneaking back to first position with you losing last week, but it's certainly going to be a good game, isn't it?
It's looking that way. Both sets of forwards testing each other out early doors. Been particularly impressed with Fogarty so far. Certainly improved vastly since he's moved to St Helens. Always thought possibly a little bit, shall we say, light in his legs, but he seems to have built those up. He's now running strongly, got a nice balance, and he's certainly making headway every time he gets the ball. Eugene Bourneville taking Bradford Northern forward. He looks round, looks for support, but on this occasion nobody there. Derek Fox just organising his pack, wants them to go forward. He takes it, but it's really one-man rugby at the moment from Bradford, not getting to the ball in numbers. As a switch play, this time it's Dixon. He goes down the blind side, big tackle by Neal. Rather a slow play, the ball though. Powell goes under dummy, Heron step in and slide in. Can't quite get through. Fogarty slowing things down as much as he can. Fox again, this time the little chip through, seeing the full-backs not at home. That ball will hold up in the corner. It'll see Prescott eventually gets there. Steps beautifully away, straight into the waiting arms of Myers. A little bit better from Bradford there, Ronnie.
Yes, good kick and chase there. Obviously putting Prescott under pressure. He was past 2. But Alan Hunt now, as you say, with the uncharacteristic headgear, makes good forward progress. That certainly did look a hint forward from our position, John. But the referee, who after consulting the touch judges, on our side, moves it forward, and I suppose only rightly so, John. But I mean, it was dead clear from here, but he's on the ground, isn't he? It's sometimes awkward to pick out.
Certainly, it's a very difficult job with the referees. I know they get on the stick wherever they go. It's nice to see him using his touch shots there, though. As I say, when you're trying to watch the play the ball, and also the open play, you need those guys. Good ball, straight to Carl Hall from David Watson. Carl Hall in the side today, really, for Cordell. He's been switched to centre with the Paul Newell just filling that late fitness test. Bourneville again, been very much involved in this first quarter of an hour. Now Bradford in the ideal position. Carl Fairbank just wandering forward. Once again, though, Bradford taking a while to play the ball. Fairbank has the ball now. He decides to go on his own. Chris Joynt, Shane Cooper, Mark Lynn, Derek Fox. Looks to switch play. Got a man inside him. Summers a little bit early with that run, though. Goes in. Neil, though, well aware of the situation, closes the gap. Donny out to Fox again. Fox to Heron. Heron puts it inside to little David Watson. Watson tries to duck under. A swinging arm from Chris Joynt. Fox again with a long pass to Dixon. Fraze just can't get that ball out. Ball's gone down. Really, Bradford throwing caution to win there on, but not getting away with it on that occasion.
No, but they came close, didn't they, John? It was a loose ball and Sullivan tidied it up, but it could have easily been squeezed in the corner. Bradford played it on the sixth tackle. But, Dave Watson coming up, making the extra man. He certainly gives that extra dimension to this Bradford three-quarter lineup. Pick Vance, he straightens it, tries to brush off the tacklers, but no way through for him. Solid defence, solid northern defence, quite a decent crowd assembled, even though it is drizzling. Oh, John Griffiths onto Chris Joynt. Steve Prescott coming on the run, the last tackle of the sequence for the Saints. And Golding puts it downfield, a curled ball, finds touch just inside the Bradford 20. Certainly a seesaw game, both sides taking up a lot of pressure from each other, and a scrum down to be formed, as you can see, midway, 15 metres from the Bradford line. Derek Fox will feed, and no score at present, and what was there, 15 minutes gone, John?
Yeah, both sides, as you said, look dangerous on occasions. Chris Joynt looking particularly impressive at the moment, the way he's coming outside Jonathan Griffiths, especially down this left-hand side. Young Turpin drifting in from the wing, getting an early touch of the ball. Watson again now. Watson puts the ball to Carl Hall. Carl Hall and little Scott Gibbs, two very similar players. Heron lost his footing on that occasion. Dixon and Fairbank really did. First to admit they didn't have the Basta games last week against Warrington. They're both looking for big games today, especially Carl with the test match just round the corner. Fox, he puts the ball into the corner now. Sullivan have no trouble catching this one, uses his feet quite sensibly, picks up, decides to have a go himself. Slid into Derek Fox, and good chase by Bradford.
Yes, Bradford follow it up quickly. Steve Prescott takes it from the acting half-back position. Oh, he breaks through, but good cover defence. Turpin came in to make sure he didn't slip past, but Fraze had closed him down. Now it's John Neal, big powerhouse forward. Cooper was there, but good tackling by Bradford, and Neal couldn't release it. Bourneville heavily involved. Dixon there as well. Now it's Fogarty. No doubt, as your regular viewers, John, will realise, we're ensconced in the main stand here due to it being on Sky. I know Saints, this is the fourth week on the trot that Saints have been involved in the Sky match, but you always get poo-pooed from your natural position. As Bobby Golding chips it through on the last tackle. Roy Powell takes it. Solid tackle, solid follow through by Golding. But Bradford now, they've got to start again from just outside their own 20.
It's little Derek Fox who's trying his best to it. The ball's gone down. Fraze chasing it. The knock-on's being given. The stand of Golding hits the blind side. Draws Sullivan in. Turpin showing his inexperience there. First blood for St Helens, possibly the oldest move in the book. Little blindside move, youngster David Turpin getting sucked in. Should really have stopped with his winger. Sullivan having no problem there, man with his pace. But a great little thinking there from the Shane Cooper and Bobby Golding working in tandem brilliantly there on to open the scoring for Saints.
Yes, an excellent try, John. Obviously, I would consider it excellent being a Saints backy, but
fortunate for Bradford, you know, the kind of mistake really made, as that was there by Shane Cooper. Ball just hit his foot, did it? Well, touch judge said no. Bradford fans thought it did do. I'm too far away to comment on that one. But will be a few more errors throughout the game with the defence being so tight, and I think that's where people have capitalised, really. So Bradford, just when they thought they were going to chance to get back in it, they find themselves once again on the defensive, even if they are deep in the Saints half. Nice long ball to Griffiths from the scrum, but wouldn't be advised to do that too often, to run straight to down to Cal Fairbank.
No, he came through there, looked as though there was a hole, and then it closed down, but here's Scott Gibbs. Oh, tripped over the referee there, Steve Prescott, and the referee has stopped play. Nothing much he could do about that, just one of those things. It'll be a scrum down, it's Saints feed. Well, obviously the Partizan home fans don't agree with that decision, John. I mean, is that the correct decision, John?
Well, it might not be the correct decision, but I think it's a common sense decision. Saints were in possession, it looked like a try to me, to be honest with you. Referee came tumbling down and he had to give heading ball to St Helens. Here they go again. Once again it's little Prescott.
Yes, Prescott now rampant, linking up just as Dave Watson does for Bradford. Saints have got the bit between the teeth. They're just moving into second gear now as John Neal drives the ball up. As John said, it could have been a try there. The ball fed to Steve Prescott. Unfortunately, he fell over the referee. And Adam Fogarty, hard yards again, straightens up. 30 metres from the Bradford line. Pickavance running out wide. Good yardage by him. Penetrates the 20. Bradford urged to get back onside. Both sides moving quickly as you've got to do. Cooper. Oh, excellent tackle there. Superb tackle. Last one of the sequence. Golding's out, first receiver. Golding goes for the drop. It's there. It's between the sticks. It looked as though he was going to play it. It looked as though it was coming to his left. But he stopped, saw that the opportunity was there, popped the one-pointer over, his third one-pointer of the season, extends the Saints lead now to 5 points to 0.
Well, as Alex Murphy used to say, Ray Friend, Sheddy Wade and anybody else who's ever commentated in a rugby league game, once you get in that 25, don't come away empty-handed. Little Bobby Golding there, demonstrating that just by taking the 1 point, giving Saints that 5-point lead. As we said before, still a long way to go. Fogarty again with the ball now. Certainly working hard, the big man. Beavers wanted a quick play of the ball. Joint goes down the blind side, out to big John Neal, who feeds the ball back to him. Cooper moves the ball wide. Pickavance again. Pickavance come out of nowhere. Ron certainly been impressed with him this year.
Oh, he's at the end of last season, he was certainly doing the business. You know, came from Swinton and made his mark here. There's no danger. Loose ball, tidied up by Sullivan. John Griffiths at the acting half-back. You get some of these forwards if they're with a poor club and they come to a decent club. Like Fogarty there. He was at Halifax. Malcolm really didn't want him, but he's been doing the business here. Well, the ball, it's going to be a forward pass. It's going to be a turnover, I think. But Loughlin, as he was going to pass the ball, knocked by obviously the Bradford Northern man coming in for the tackle. The referee looked to the touch judge. It was ruled forward. And Bourneville coming off an early tactical substitution, John.
Yeah. Well, all I can think is that Eugene must be injured, because for my money he's been Bradford's most impressive forward. Certainly been taking us forward on every occasion, been big in defence. John Hamer. Prop for Propels coming off there. Donahue to Fairbank. Fairbank running hard and strong, but the Saints defence up to it these days. As once again, little Donahue, he shoots away. Had a new lease of life since he arrived. I'm going to say from Lee via Leeds. David Heron puts the ball up, not the best of passes, but well taken by Paul Dixon. Well, they wanted that ball a little bit earlier. Foxy again. Look, Foxy again, once again, puts the ball down, and little fella certainly will be disappointed with himself there. Generally speaking, he can rely on Derek not to make any mistakes, and here we see him making two in the space of 10 minutes. Let's hope Saints don't punish us like they did the last time, Ron.
Yes, that's uncharacteristic of Foxy, but it's just how it goes, isn't it? Same conditions for both sides. Very slippery, I would imagine it is out there, even though the ball handling's not been too bad really in the opening 24 minutes. Alan Hunt running strong and hard, obviously, along with Furbank and New Love in the test team, with Bobby Golding and Chris Joynt, who've just linked there. Looking forward to getting in the starting lineup. He's Golding, but certainly the pundits, they don't reckon he'll be in the starting lineup. They reckon he'll be on the bench. But Saints have the possession. They have the lead at present by 5-0. Vivas takes it blind. Cooper down on the 20-metre line. Vivas inside to Golding. He shimmies, he drives again. He'll have to chip it. He gets it round to Cooper, to Loughlin. Oh, super try. The try's given. Loughlin goes in. This left-wing partnership for the Saints. But it was Golding again, this inspirational little scrum half on the 6th tackle. Well, unfortunately, John, you was right from that mistake. And the play, the scrum on the halfway line. Saints with a set of 6 move to the try line and punish Bradford again.
He's using the stand, is Bobby today. Referee stopped the clock. Bradford were a bit of concern in the Bradford camp there, really letting Golding run like that. They can't afford to stand off him. He's got to be knocked over. And really, as we said earlier, they paid the price. So once again, a knock on from skipper Derek Fox. Certainly contemplating this one is little Bobby. Strikes it. It looks good from where I'm sat. Right through the middle. Big roar from the St Helens contingent over there on the far side. So now Bradford really, not really lost it yet, Ron, but beginning to lose the plot a little bit, leaving themselves a lot of work to do.
Well, it is, John, but an excellent conversion there. As I say, he got his eye in from the last one, which hit the post. But they've got to hit back. As you said, John, it's Foxy that's made a couple of errors and the Saints have penalised them. It's going to be a definite battle with these half-backs, and as I said, Peter Fox, he'll be chewing on the cud there, especially with Golding being given all that room in this bottom corner. But Vivas brings it away. Solid tackling by Bradford. No more than you can expect. Very physical side. Big, heavy pack, and on paper the Bradford pack should outplay the Saints pack, but it's the Saints that are putting it to Bradford. Last one of the sequence now. Bradford urged to get back on side, and Golding again kicks it through, and he's following through. He's the first man, and Bradford gather it.
Bradford gather it in the shape of Neil Summers. Neil Summers has switched positions with David Watson. David Watson going to 6. Probably coach Peter Fox feels that Bradford want that injection of pace, that injection of flair in the attack, which certainly hasn't been there so far. John just mentioned there the bigger Bradford 6, but there's certainly been match stride for stride by the St Helens lads. I don't really can call the likes of Pickervance and Fogarty and joint little fellas anymore. They've certainly got the power up there now to complement the pace and the speed of the backs of St Helens. Looking a really good all-round team to me. I tipped him at the beginning of the season. Well, no malice intended there, I don't think, from young Pickervance. The big fella seemed to duck into it.
Yes, I wouldn't say so. Whether Foxy was losing his footing and Pickervance ducking into it, he knew straight away, held his hands up straight away. Obviously the referee was right on the job, and the game just obviously stopped for the penalty, and Foxy finds good yardage.
John Hamer in his testimonial year at Bradford Northern. And St Helens once again caught offside. Carl Hall with the ball. He wants a quick penalty. He takes a quick penalty. There's nowhere the Saints are back 10. Carl bullicking his way through, trying to make the most of his chance he's got, standing in for the injured Paul Newlove. Well, Frey's really coming in, right, stepping in right in David Watson's path there.
They're nearly caught again, Bradford, just that one pass too many, as they had the advantage, and Fogarty, well, being scragged to the floor there. Watson, as you said, Foxy, he'll want him at the standoff berth to give the more injection, more power, and he's a player that can play anywhere, and he can play anywhere in an excellent capacity. But John Neal slips the ball away to Griffiths. Oh, Prescott on his outside. Perhaps the ball should have gone, but it's come out. Bradford have the possession. David Heron coming away with it.
Good work by Bradford. Wanting a quick play of the ball. St Helens obviously slowed it down. Roy Powell's got to start running hard and straight. He steps inside. Good yards from Roy. Now Bradford must speed this play of the ball up though, so they're going to catch St Helens. Carl Fairbank, he drives hard and straight to the post. Derek Fox now just weighing the options up. I'm sure he'll be looking for David Heron to try and get this link. Long ball out to Watson. Watson's got to pull a bit of magic out for Bradford. Not going to do anything. He decides to run hard and straight. Eventually slips the ball out superbly. Bradford now 1 inch short. Once again though, a bit of a long time over the play of the ball. Saints defence all organised. Fox dummies to kick, holds the ball himself, gets the ball back. Roy Paul has to go down on it, but he misses the ball. Now it's Saints on the counter with Scott Gibbs. Tremendous stuff at the moment, run out there.
Well, it certainly is. It's nail-biting stuff. It keeps you on the edge of your seat, doesn't it? Both sides throwing the ball about, but Bradford just not being able to click to that last gear. Alan Hunt has the ball for St Helens. Beavers fully recovered after that knock. Short ball, well, I've seen a short ball first, then a long ball, long cut-out ball to Loughlin. Beavers again, he brings it blindside. Chris Joint tries to break the cover defence, runs out wide. Both the Pickavants and Joint run well out in the centres, and Bobby Golding puts it downfield. Neil Summers should gather it.
Yeah, Neil Summers gathering it, but loses the ball. That's got to be obstruction. Whoa! Dean just in time by the referee. We're on the edge of his seat there, Ron. The Bradford blood in me coming out there. A little bit of neutrality just lost me for a second there. As
You're not supposed to be neutral on these guns. Behave yourself.
Luckily, though, a bit of escape for Bradford, one has to admit there. Looks as though David Fraser's picked a bit of a knock as well. Young Turpin's gone into the centre. Fraser now positioning himself on this right wing, but it's nearly all St Helens at the moment. They're looking the more imaginative side, but I still feel it's the speed of the play of the ball that's letting Bradford down. David Heron, he drives through and he loses the ball for Bradford. Well picked up by Fogarty. Fogarty slips the ball inside to Neil, but he's well tackled.
Yes, obviously it must be like a bar of soap there, John. We're undercover here, so we don't know, but there was heavy drizzle before. But Pickavants, he drives, he kicks again. 30 metres from the Bradford line. Saints in the commanding lead by 11 points. Well, not really a commanding lead, but it's a healthy lead, isn't it, against Bradford, 11 points to 0. 32 minutes gone on the clock, and looking for more points, and unfortunate just a couple of minutes ago. Golding, inside to Cooper, inside to Prescott. Prescott powering through. Oh, super try by Prescott. Golding and Cooper, they combine, and Prescott linking up from the full-back position, puts it. Third try on the board in 32 minutes.
Bobby Golding now with easy tries, but on the lead up to the try, once again it was those magic duo of Golding and Cooper interplaying between each other. Eventually, before Steve Prescott came from deep, just latched onto the final pass. Only had Neil Summers to beat, and Bradford paying the price of letting those two stand and pass the ball. These St Helens players have got to be knocked over. They can all play the pity fat rugby, which they're famous for, and if Bradford don't watch it now, they're going to be at the end of a bit of a hiding, because it's gradually, as I said before, going away from them. And St Helens are the kind of team that the more they get in front, the more confidence they get, the deeper they get, the more the ball flies about. And I've seen some teams, especially Bradford Northern, unfortunately, pay the penalties. Looks like David Fraser out of this contest. And it's big Paul Medley that's going to have to come on. Very versatile Medley, clean play. In the backs he's got the pace, but Bradford having two substitute forwards. Finding himself really having to adjust a little bit here on.
I shouldn't imagine they'll have any problem. They're very versatile. But obviously, as you say, John, Saints are very rampant, and the more they're in front now, 17 points to 0, the more they're going to do, aren't they? And it's a bigger uphill battle for Bradford to climb. Beavers brings it blindside again. Joint gives the ball to Loughlin. Sullivan's with him. Inside ball there. Sullivan takes it, and he goes behind the sticks. Oh, As you said, John, is it going to be a rout? Sullivan in for his second, and Saints in for 2 tries in 2 minutes. But good play there, brought it out quick. It was brought blindside, V was onto Joint, then to Loughlin. Sullivan went on the outside, then came back on the inside, touchdown behind the sticks, and Sullivan in for his second. At St Helens last season, unfortunately, Bradford on the end of a drubbing there, John. 54 points to 3 after being 3-0 in the lead. Sullivan with 4 tries, and then in the corresponding game here at Bradford, the back end of last season, a very tightly contested game, which Bradford just won by 18 points to 16. But it's going to be another 6 points there, and have Bradford got the answer, John?
Well, I think we saw there, I mentioned it earlier about Paul Medley being in the centre. Loughlin really had nobody stood in front of him. Medley had got sucked into the play. I'm sure the coach will spot that when they analyse the video this evening. Medley had got sucked in. Loughlin just went hard and straight. Wonderful support play, one has to say, by Sullivan. This is Bobby Golding adds the extras on. I think that'll be 23. 5 minutes to go before half-time. And really the inexperienced play, and I think Nigel Stevenson's coming on now. It's another tactical change by Bradford. Changing things around a little bit. He wants Medley in the middle. He's putting Summers in the centre by the looks of it. So really, he's clutching at straws at the moment, the Bradford, on with these tactical changes.
But you couldn't have dreamed of this, John, could you? 23-0, you expect a really tightly contested game, second and third in the league. You know, obviously it's always hard when you come to Odsal. But 23-0, well, my prayers have been answered. Beavers again from dummy half. Saints in possession. Fogarty running well. Fogarty, there's no danger about this. Saints move it out wide again. Pickavance and Joint, both the link from the pack to the 3/4, and Pickavance there stood in the tackle. They can't get the man down. Saints now spread it again. Golding drawing the players in. Short ball to Joint, looking for support. Griffiths is there. He powers it back to Golding, and Saints are rampant in possession, throwing it about like nobody's business. Bradford urged back onside, last tackle of the sequence. And Saints run it blind again. Cooper draws the defence in. Oh, super tackle there by Griffiths. That was a cruncher, wasn't it? You'll know about that. And it's a turnover.
Certainly will. Brilliant tackle by Summers. Watson now. He's going to try and get this Bradford side away. Good tackle by Scott Gibbs. Out to Carl Hall. But really, Bobby Golding's having a run of the park this afternoon. I don't think anybody's laid a finger on him yet. Dixon driving forward. Derek Foxton, he wants people to come and give him some options. He wants people on the blind side. And it comes in the shape of Medley. Medley, though, well tackled by the big Fogarty. Powell, woof, fumbles it, manages to get it on the second attempt. About 3 minutes to go before half-time. Will Bradford get on the board? Certainly do them psychologically a lot of good if they do. Medley got there, ball back to Warren Shaw for Bradford. Yeritage, said the referee. Fox still trying to get away with it. Prescott chasing him around. Watson, now he's in the line. Leading from the front as Hamer comes driving through. Now it's Fairbank. Certainly been overshadowed so far by Pickavance and Joint. Ball goes inside to Watson. Watson just can't hold it. He tries to step inside. The ball goes down.
Bradford. They take him down. It's the last one of the sequence. Golding runs it. It's put back by Scott Gibbs. Good pressure there by Bradford. It's going to be the turnover. Gibbs is going to be tackled. So obviously that's the idea, John. Close Golding down there, and it's paid off on this occasion. Bradford play it quickly.
Well, you're right there, but Bradford should have been doing it from the off, not starting now when they're 23 points down. Obviously, everything's going to come from little Bobby Golding. Like you say, Saints have been on the television the last 4 Saturdays. If we can't learn from that, we're never going to learn anything. They've had tremendous exposure. He's been the man in the form, that's why he's in the Great Britain side. Or will be for my money. Ball goes inside to Dixon, he steps inside, but once again, the Saints defence organised magnificently. Ball goes back inside to Powell, but Powell strides onto the ball, really. Got to be coming at pace. Fox. This is the man out, gets the ball to Summers, he jigs inside. Gets it to Turpin. Turpin's got a good step on him. He goes away, does Turpin. Brings us to the last tackle. Final minute of the game of ordinary time. I think there'll be a little bit of extra time. Not the best of passes from Carl Farbank. That'll be an handover, and Bradford for the moment looking a sorry lot.
Well, they had John there. They'd not a clue. I thought it was going to come to Foxy for one of those diagonal kicks, you know, where he's going one way and kicks it the other. He's not done all of that so far this afternoon. In the first 40 minutes he's not, and 40 minutes are up. But yes, he was very lacking in idea there, as Alan Hunt comes in off the wing, brought down just short of the halfway line, trailing by 23 points to nil. Bradford as we move into stoppage time. Chris Joint into space. Laughlin's with him. Sullivan's here. Joint onto Laughlin. Oh, super tackling by Bradford. The ball should have come out to Sullivan, I feel, on the wing there, and he'd have been in for his hat-trick. Oh, but Joint there. He makes up for it. There's no danger about that. And Bradford caught from nearly scoring at Saints' end as Saints moving downfield. Alan Hunt brought it just short of the halfway line. It was moved out wide again. Joint broke the cover defence. Then he was nearly tackled. He slipped the ball inside to Laughlin. Laughlin was brought down short, when I personally thought that Sullivan would have been the better option on the wing. But it didn't matter. The ball was played quickly, and Chris Joint looked as though he was going to pass the ball out wide, John. The Bradford Northern players took the dummy, and Joint sailed under the sticks for another 4-pointer.
Once again leading Bobby Golding. Needed of kicks. Now, I have to say, I'm getting a bit fed up with these try summaries for St Helens. What's that I've got so far? 6. 5 or 6 tries. Well, 5 tries, Bobby Golding whipping his charges up as they go into the changing rooms. The chase for the Saints, the boost for the Northern fans. 30 points down at home, really. Well, I have to say that's not good enough. And I'm sure, well, I'm not that sure, but I would like to be a fly on the wall in there. Listen to the words of Peter Fox, but I'm sure they'll be very, very harsh and very, very to the point, Ron. I'll leave you the final words on that. I'll say it was mainly St Helens.
Well, yes, it's been all St Helens, hasn't it, John? But 29 points to nil. 2 for Sullivan, 1 for Laughlin, 1 each for Prescott and Joint. 4 Golding goals and a Golding drop goal. As you said, tempers will be, well, not tempers, but there'll be some harsh words from Peter Fox, the wily old warhorse. But 29-0, more than you can imagine, isn't it? But anyway, obviously, as we're doing a joint commentary, I have a couple of mentions, John, for our St Helens regulars. I'd just like to get them in before the half-time. I've happy 4th birthday to my nephew, Nick Carney. He's 4 on the 20th of October. He started to take an interest in the Saints now, along with his dad Paul and his mum Wynne, who's my youngest sister, and his other brothers Paul and Jamie. And I'm sure after watching this performance this afternoon, this is what we want to bring these youngsters on and gee them up. All the Carneys are regular video viewers, along with the numerous Carney family, so keep on viewing there. But happy birthday, happy 4th birthday to my nephew Nick for the 20th of October. A quick mention, obviously, before we go, to Sharon Johnson. It's her 18th birthday on the 29th of October. Her favourite player, Sonny Nicol, unfortunately he's out, the second match of a 3-match ban, and also that puts him out of the first test on this Saturday at Wembley. But happy 18th birthday to Sharon Johnson for the 29th of October. Back with you now for the second half of the Stones Bitter clash. Score at half-time, Bradford 0, Saints 29. Some stern talking from Peter Fox at half-time. And no doubt Eric Hughes will be hoping that the Saints can carry on where they left off in this first 40 minutes. Adam Fogarty running out wide. Bradford just haven't had the answer to the Saints in the opening 40 minutes. Saints capitalising on Bradford's mistakes for a couple of tries, but some solid tackling and good performance there. And Saints kicking it through on the 6th tackle. It's hit the Bradford man, it's come back. Obviously the referee has adjudged that the man played at it, and he waves the tackle count clean. Beavers again, that dummy half, Cooper, Fogarty, he's running out wide. He's run exceptionally well this afternoon. Beavers inside to Golding. Neil, Cooper, long ball to Loughlin. Oh, just couldn't escape the clutches over there. Bradford come in and do the business. They do the tackling. Sullivan siding through over the 20-metre line now. Last tackle of the sequence. Beavers to Golding. Golding chips it on the opposite diagonal. It's taken in the in-goal area by Bradford, and they are back in possession. As Bradford have the possession now. Foxy, young Derek Fox going from acting half-back. Clattered there. Griffiths coming in as the second line of defence. John Neal had closed him up. Jason Donoghue attacked in half-back. Slipped out there, and Bradford making good yardage. They approach the halfway line. Quick hand is the order of the day. Powell has it. He's well taken down. Derek Fox organising his troops, but it's David Heron, veteran campaigner, comes through. Last tackle of the Bradford set of 6. Donoghue to Fox, and Foxy puts a tester up. Steve Prescott's underneath it, but Watson coming through. But Prescott rounds his man, and Prescott's off on a break. He unloads to Pick-a-Vance. It's out there to Scott Gibbs, inside to Alan Hunt. Not had many running chances as Alan Hunt this afternoon. He plays it quickly. Beavers on to Fogarty. Saints take it centre field. Hamer in at the tackle there, but Golding steps up at dummy half. Cooper. Well, Griffiths onto Loughlin, and it was a yard forward, but he was in the clear there, John, but a yard forward from Griffiths.
Yeah, that was try time there, but unfortunately it was a bit of a 49ers pass without well forward, as you said there, Ron. Luckily, Bradford on, looking again. Looked a little bit more life about under Bradford in this early period of the second half. At least they're running with a bit more purposeful. Hard and straight, that's all they need to do. Summers now. But I'm sure the big instructions from Peter Fox will be, you know, let's get on to Golding. Dixon. Fox at half-back. Medley one in a piece of action coming from close by the ruck. Well tackled there, though, by Chris Joint. But certainly had a superb game as Joint so far. Well, Donoghue, he cuts inside. Fox, for some reason, playing acting half-back at most of these moves now. Now Donoghue's gone there. Where's the last tackle? Bradford now look for Fox again, not the best of passes. Little Foxy puts the chip on the back to win it. Bradford get it. Saints come away with it in the form of Gibbs, who feeds the four-man Prescott. In relation to the great Prescotts that played over the years for St Helens, Ron?
He's the son of Eric Prescott, the forward, the blonde-haired forward, if you remember him, that went to Salford after he'd been at St Helens. Bone-crunching Pac-Man, and he's played on the wing, he's played everywhere for St Helens. But yes, he's in the mould there. He comes from good pedigree. John Neal passes round the man to Pick-a-Vance, but he goes to David Myers. He tried to scoop it through to Alan Hunt, but Bradford have the possession. A bit of luck going Bradford way there, John. They've not had much luck this afternoon.
No, they certainly haven't. Tommy Martin seems to be on the way back from his injury. Just come on there, Ron. Ladder were impressed in his early spells with it at St Helens. Well, Fairbank making good yards, nobody with him. This time it's Hamer. Hamer drives hard to the post. Long ball out to Medley, who takes it well. Once again, though, the Saints defence. Cooper, Joint, in together. Long ball from Watson, way back. Fairbank picks it up. Myers has got there, if you can see him. Are we going to see one of those little Fairbank chips? Yes, we are. But once again, Bradford really looking at 6s and 7s, not being helped by that wayward pass from Dave Watson. Really somebody who should know better on.
Well, the idea looked right, but obviously the pass went all wrong, didn't it, John? They had Saints under a bit of pressure. It was the last tackle. It went wayward, and Tommy Martin came through and tried to close him down, but Bradford got away with it temporarily. Been out injured, Tommy Martin. He had a pre-season. We had a pre-season friendly against Widnes. He got hurt there, and we were certainly looking forward to him linking up with Bobby Golding throughout the season. But he's on the park now, he'll be doing the business. As Golding scampers away, short ball to Martin. Cooper's with it. Oh, Martin gives it inside to Cooper. Back to Bobby Golding. It's touched a Bradford man. It's going to be play on or a knock on. That's Turpin, isn't it? That got his hand there, possibly saving another 4 or possibly 6 points. But Golding again making a big goal onto Martin. Lovely sidestep. As I was just saying about Martin, he's been out pre-season friendly. He got hurt. We was looking for him linking up. He played in the A team on Friday night against Bradford and had an excellent game, and he's been on the bench today, obviously. Steve Prescott comes round on the loop. Solid tackling by Bradford. They tidy him up, but they're forced to defend. Scott Gibbs runs hard and straight. Gibbs, Griffiths and Sullivan in the Welsh squad to play the Aussies on the 30th of October. And then they'll get another crack when Saints play the Australians on the 1st of November. Bradford entertain the Aussies in a couple of weeks, about 3 weeks I think it is. Oh, Lachlan, can he go through? He's just short. Bradford cover going to be tested again. Golding drawing the defence in. There's Cooper. Golding coming back for the loop, looking for the return pass. The last one of the sequence. Beavers turns it inside to Tommy Martin. He chips it through for Prescott. Is the try given? Yes, Prescott raises his arms and Bradford caught again. Just what they didn't want in the second half. They wanted to be first on the board. But Saints sheer persistence, and it's an incredible scoreline. 29-0 at half-time, and Saints extend it now by another 4, and it's certainly going to be another 6. Bradford just haven't got the answer to this Saints. Oh, it's Tommy Martin that's been given the touchdown. I thought it was Steve Prescott, actually. I know Martin had grubbing it through, John chipped it through, and Prescott, obviously, and Martin there for the touchdown. Prescott put his hand up, but Martin gets the 4-pointer, John.
Scored a 35. A little bit early to talk. I don't know what the record defeat for Bradford Arsenal is, but it certainly can't be much more than 35 to 40 points, especially in the first division. A little bit reminiscent of last season when early doors Bradford Northern put nearly 50 up Warrington, but Warrington had the strength of character to come back, and as we all know, finished up joint league leaders, and it's looking that way for Bradford at the moment. There's going to be a lot of soul searching and digging deep, really. Bradford Northern are going to turn it now and maintain themselves as championship contenders. Once again, though, it's Saints with the ball.
And Paul Lachlan coming in field. Beavers, Cooper. And when a team gets a lead like this, same as Saints, obviously 35-0, everything just goes right. And Bradford, obviously, they're feeling the full force. Beavers takes it blindside, turns it inside. Scott Gibbs, good cover defence there by Bradford. They've had to defend all the match, haven't they? 50 minutes of the match, of the game gone. Golding out to Joint. Oh, lovely ball inside to Cooper. Golding's with him. Prescott's there again. Oh, Cooper gives the dummy. Is he slid over? Oh, he's lost possession. And Bradford come up with it. Well, Saints should have had more points on the board there, but only determined Bradford defence, John, saved them on this occasion.
Well, I think it was more really the indecision there by Cooper, because Prescott would have walked in under the post. Now we see Donahue going away, got a man outside him, out to Turpin. They won't catch Turpin, I'm sure. Yes, they have. Well, it's all coming for Helens, but he must play the ball quickly. Long ball back to Watson. Watson to Heron. Heron holds the ball up, there's nobody inside. David Heron strives to get over onto the post. He's had a try. Bradford Northern eventually pull back. I'm sure we'll see Dave Watson. Saints go up very, very fast. Dave Watson eventually gets the ball. Long ball out. Carl Hall using his feet, ducks down under one. Keeps it alive once again to Watson. Watson's got to get a comeback to us. That's where the gaps are. Now a little Foxy. Foxy, oh, well tackled by Tommy Martin. So at last Bradford out lying down. Powell, he takes it forward. The last tackle, and virtually every man for Bradford on this side of the field. Watson with a big long face back. He shoves over to Dave Watson. Sorry, to Paul Dixon. Watson with the pass. And so really after some sustained pressure there by Bradford first, that wonderful break by Donahue, he unloaded on the right-hand side to Turpin, but unfortunately Turpin didn't have the pace to finish up at the far side. Bradford stuck to the guns, eventually moving the ball wide. And there we saw at last Bradford Northern registering the score in the shape of Paul Dixon crashing over in the corner on.
Excellently finished. Bradford, they're always competing. They've competed all the way through, but things just haven't gone their way. On this occasion they have. And Foxy does. Slots the extras. Bradford back in the hunt. They've got points on the board. 35 points to 6.
The substitution for St Helens, number 15, Apollo Colorini, replaces number 8, Jonathan Neal.
So as you heard on the PA there, Perolini coming on, replacing Jonathan Neal for the Saints. 12 minutes gone in this second half. Tommy Martin already on at half-time. Well, just after half-time. I think it was John Griffiths that went off, wasn't it? I think it was John Griffiths that went off for Tommy Martin. But anyway, Bradford get possession back, and obviously they're looking for more of the same, John.
Yeah, a lot more of the same, Ron. I can't see who's doing it, to be honest with you. Hell of a mountain to climb. But they'll keep trying to the end, I'm sure. David Eden goes down. Once again, not the best of passes. Well taken by Carl Hall. He runs across the field though, and Bradford only be going forward. Out to Dix, out to Fairbank. Fairbank suddenly comes to life. He's looking dangerous now. Big, strong running. Certainly can do some damage, can Carl. Well, Roy Powell trying to get away with it, actually half-back. I think Bradford probably got away with it in the shape of a free kick. One of the St Helens lads being injured in that tackle. The force of Carl Fairbank just knocking him over. Just Bradford wants to say a little bit looking to get away with that one, but let's hope the things change a little bit. Can't really see Bradford Northern winning wrong, but we can stick at it and make the score respectable. So we say go home with a bit of, well, not go home, but leave with a bit of pride from Vauxhall this evening. Donahue to Hamer. Big Apollo Peleni. We've had a lively introduction to the big league when he got sent off after a couple of minutes. I told him the other week. A bit unjustified as rightfully the lad got off with it. Then holds the ball up for Dixon. Now to Watson. Watson takes the ball forward. Unfeeds to Roy Powell, and Roy Powell now 10 metres from the St Helens line. Out again to Watson. He holds the ball up, decides to go himself rather than a high tackle from Cooper. Eventually he gets the ball away. Well picked up, and Bradford Northern keeping it alive. Donahue ducks inside, gets the ball to Hamer. Hamer still going. Ball's gone down, that'll be play on. Bradford must get a man behind the line, and yes they do. Bradford certainly need another score very, very quickly. They're going to make a contest of this. It's Heron. Heron steps upside, gets the ball to Powell though. It's Mike slipping on the floor. Well, now it's going to be a straightforward race. Big Paul Loughlin. Eventually he gets the ball out to Griffiths, who dips inside.
And it's out now to Tommy Martin. In and out. The ball's still being thrown about. It's Prescott. He gets it away. Bobby Golding. Oh, the cover defence from Bradford. But Prescott, can he finish off? Isn't it? No, it's going to be a forward pass. Well, what defence there by Bradford. They came back as Saints came out. And I don't know how Saints got this ball here, John. It looks as though he pitched it. And it looks as though he took it out of his hands as they came away. But as I said before, John Griffiths, he's playing out on the left wing. Anthony Sullivan went off. Tommy Martin come on. Griffiths involved there. Prescott involved twice. Golding, but they couldn't get it there. The cover defence from Bradford was superb. They come away with the possession from the scrum, but at the wrong end of the field again.
Yeah, brilliant defence from Bradford, really scrambling as they say on the TV these days. Really Saints so with plenty of options. But I would say wonderful, and all credit to the Bradford Northern defence on that occasion. Now it's Hamer once again. Saints still moving up very, very fast. Fairbank, back to Powell. Powell steps inside. With a very well disciplined display by St Helens so far. Out to Fox. Fox, once at last, decides to put one of those famous kicks into the corner. It's perfect. Just forcing the Saints defence to turn round. Alan Hunt-Shaw will be looking to get on the try sheet. He hasn't knocked yet, has he, Ron? The league's leading scorer. I'm sure he's in many a person's fantasy league side. And young Sullivan there seems to be getting all the glory today. Anyway, Bobby Golding now going to feed the scrum, Ron.
Yes, he'll feed it right in front of our commentary position on the 25, well, the 20-metre line. One against the head there. Fox comes up with it, so good work by Bradford, took it against the head, and now they're on the charge again. Dixon powering upfield, John.
Yes, quick change of commentary. Wish it always as fast as that. It certainly seems to be Ron who dominated proceedings today, and quite rightly, with the magnificent form Saints have shown so far. But Bradford coming back. Derek Fox. Now Derek Fox, when Derek Fox gets tackled, Bradford often sometimes struggle for the handler. Jason, he just scuts away, doesn't make much yard, and young Donahue there for acting half back. Now it's Fox, who does he knock on? Well, it's all going wrong for Bradford, and a kick of despair there from David Henry as he kicks the ball away, shaking his head. Well, it must be frustrating. Especially when you're trying to impress like Derek. I'm not going to say he's trying so hard, Ron, but you know, he's seen he's playing against Gold, and he's certainly getting outplayed today. And the frustration obviously just sneaking in a bit there. Well,
he's a class player, isn't he? But he's just not got it right. And it was always going to be a battle, wasn't it, with these two lively scrum halves? I mean, he's not, what is he, Foxy? About 28, 29, is he, something like that? And Bobby Golding only 22. And as you said before, John, Golding looking to impress. He wants a scrum half or a standoff berth in this Great Britain squad for Saturday. And all the pundits reckon that he's going to be on the bench. But we'll see what Ellery Hanley has to say about it. Pickermans drives well, drives up to the halfway line, brought down what, about 8 metres short. Saints move it left again, but Martin, tactical kick in. Both Martin and Golding. Well, is the ball in touch there? No, just held in. Turpin did well. John Griffiths was hurrying down the touch line. But Bradford have the possession. They're up at the wrong end of the field again, John, and Saints pressing them, putting them under pressure.
Yeah, good chase back there by young Turpin. It's his second game for the first team. Not the best of circumstances to come into the team when you're looking to impress. Fox now. Long pass out to Heron. Heron moves it wide to Myers, who drifted in from the wing. Good chase by Myers. Can't just keep his feet though. He'll have another chance. Another bite at the cherry. Yeah, just not the ankles. Last tackle, Bradford forced the kick.
And Shane Cooper will tidy it up. But gets it away to young Prescott, but the ball knocked forward. So the referee says. Certainly looks as though it had bobbled a bit, but obviously he'd made connection with it. And Cooper there, he took the tackle, got it away to Prescott, but an error by the Saints. Are Bradford Northern going to capitalise on this error? It's their head and feet at the scrum, John.
Yeah, all kinds of changes going on here. David Turpin operating at 6 in a standoff berth, to say. He moves the ball out to Carl Hall. Carl makes a good hit. Young Turpin, who steps inside beautifully and puts the ball down. So I'm going to say a wonderful tactical change there by Bradford, but I think it was one really that had much choice about. Neil Summers linking on the touchline there. So little David Turpin goes to 6, pulls it back a little bit. Good on to play with Carl Hall, and eventually Dave Turpin just rounding off underneath the post.
Come away with the 6 points, because I'm sure he's going to slot it between the uprights. He does. He doesn't prove me a liar. Saints got 2 tries off 2 Bradford Northern mistakes. The first 2 tries Saints scored. Bradford Northern now, a couple of mistakes by the Saints. They capitalise on it, and 35-12, and it's all back in the melting pot, John.
We said still a long way to go. If Bradford Northern do get a couple more tries, it's going to make the score. Then Saints can start worry, but the time's running out. And Bobby Golding gets us going again. A long deep kick again. Bradford Northern taking on the full, looks like Neil Summers, the injured Neil Summers. He loses the ball though. Well, the referee, Mr. Campbell, saying the ball was stolen on that occasion. So Little Fox relieving the pressure once again for Bradford. Bradford certainly have to get on with things now. Here comes John Hamer. Straight into Chris Joint. Donahue has been rather lively this second half. Out to Heron. Heron takes it well. He wants a man inside him. Well taken by David Myers. Myers who seems to be drifting in from the wing position. Every opportunity he can get. Now it goes to Powell. But this St Helens defence still as keen as the first minute, moving up very, very fast. Now Carl Hall, a little chip over the top, that could bounce nicely for him, but well covered by Saints.
Yes, good cover defence there on the far side. John Griffiths came in and got that one. Paul Loughlin, he has possession now, he backs into the defence. But obviously the best patch that Bradford have had this last 10 minutes of the second half that we've played. 23 minutes have gone now. Score is Bradford 12, Saints 35. You know that Bradford, I mean, they're a class act. They've got excellent players, as the Saints have. But if it just doesn't go right on the day, well, that's it. Saints have the possession. Fogarty with a good run. Last tackle of this set of 6. Vevers brings it blindside. Gives it to Alan Hunt. Back to Vevers. The last tackle. Vevers throws it away. But the tackle must have been completed. The referee says it was on the 6th tackle. Alan Hunt there, I think he may have broke out of the tackle, but he opted to put it back to Phil Vevers. And now Bradford have the possession.
Yes, when you have those there, I have to remind you, Ron, you know, Doncaster at home beginning of the season must have been a nightmare for Saints, but we'll have to say how they've turned the corner magnificently. I'm sure Eric Hughes must have been under a bit of pressure early on, but nice to see a British coach, especially getting a team like St Helens, you know, off the rack like he did that day, and now they're obviously one of the form teams in the Rugby League. Meanwhile, Bradford out to Turpin. Turpin has to hold the ball up. Saints defence just a little bit too fast from on that occasion, though. Tommy Martin marching in. Now it's Medley. I haven't really seen Medley in full flight this afternoon. The referee taking the St Helens defence back a big 10. Donahue. He puts one up, must go forward, put everybody on side. Ref says play on, there's no problem, and that's the way to tackle him, just to take the ball.
Yes, you're right, John. Good take by Alan Hunt, and now Scott Gibbs on a run. Oh, Scott Gibbs up to the halfway line. For a cracking defence there by Watson. Shoulder charged him, stopped him, but the Saints are running. It's Perolini running out wide. Yes, a bitter blow there, the opening game of the season. Doncaster stuff you at home, and then Warrington give you another good hide in midweek, but we've never looked back since. Eric Hughes has got him right. The Saints ready it again. Martin, oh, lovely sidestep. He's golden inside, his players on the outside. It's going to be a try. I can't see who scored, but there was a couple of options there. Is it, I'm going to say, is it John Griffiths? Well, he tried to in the far corner. It's about 3 days camel ride away, John, isn't it, as we said before when we've been here. But it's a try to the Saints after 26 minutes of the second half. 9 points to 12. Joint in for his second. And that's Joint's 5th of the season. Alan Hunt not getting a sniff in this afternoon. Bradford restart. There's about 13 minutes of the game remaining, and 27 points separating the sides. But good driving rugby there by the St Helens side. Really got it right this afternoon, and a rest now till the 1st of November before the Saints' next match, where they entertain the touring Aussies at Knowsley Road. Bradford have them here on the 13th of November, and I'm sure they'll want obviously to get their act together a bit better than this afternoon's before they entertain the Aussies. An awesome sight. Golding slips it out, loose play. Loughlin, I think it was, couldn't take it. Bradford have the possession.
Once again, Bobby Golden exploiting that blind side for St Helens. This time it's Dave Watson. He spins round, gets the ball away to Roy Powell. Powell to John Hamer. John Hamer was worked very, very hard since his introduction. Once again, it's Watson. He's becoming more involved. David in good hands. David Myers has got a bit of a gap. Turpin steps inside. He looks to keep it alive, but Myers hasn't got around the youngster. Now Myers again. Bertolini chasing him away from the action half-back. Watson, long pass to Carl Hall. One or two of the Bradford Northern pack begins to look a little bit tired now, wandering around, no support play for them. Out to Fox, Fox chips through, nice little chip over the top. Preston North, a lot of times are they going to let go, just lets it go, quite sensible. There'll be a tap on the 25, Saints eager to get away with it. Beavers just can't catch it, so that just gives Bradford Northern an extra little bit of time to get the defence organised, and boy do they need it. So Beavers giving the big fella touches the ball and he drives forward.
Yes, Perolini takes it well there. But always awkward balls there in these corners. They turn up at the corner, and we've seen many a try scored when the ball looks as though it's been going dead and it's rolled back into the field of play. But Saints have the possession. They've got the cushion they need. Oh, interception attempt there by Paul Medley. He went for it just as Golden had drawn the defence in, tried to slip it out to that John Griffiths and Paul Loughlin left wing partnership. But it's going to be a scrum formed 10 metres from the halfway line. Bobby Golden will feed it, and Saints bring it out blindside, and Golden again makes good yardage. Perolini from the acting half-back position. Oh, superb tackle by Bradford, right in on the man. Looks like Summers, I think, that made the tackle then. It's Beavers. Steve Prescott looks for the gap. Hamer, one of the tacklers. But Saints make good yardage, 30-40 metres upfield. Golden again, chips it through. Alan Hunt. Yes, Hunt gathers it, and Hunt, as I said before, he wasn't on the score sheet. As Golden goes over there to meet him, and it was that astute little chip kick through by Golden. These half-backs, they know what to do. The defence is moving up, and Golden read it well, chipped it through there for Alan Hunt. He gets on for his first touchdown of the afternoon, and that makes his 15th of the season. 45 points to 14 with this Golden conversion. 43 at present. And bitter disappointment, John, obviously for the Bradford spectators, but they've got to get behind the team. We've had these defeats. They're bound to be disappointed, but when your side's down, you've got to get behind them and lift them. It's no good booing them or whatever. It's easy for us to say when we're winning, but we've had you get a lot of knockers. Even if you're winning at St Helens, a lot of spectators are very fickle. It's hard to take, but you know your side can do the business. And unfortunately, if they're beaten by a better side on the day, that's all you can say. And Saints have, come up with the goods today, 45-12, John.
It tries on, you can't, but like you say, a lot of fans, no matter where you are, very, very fickle. They've got to take the rough times with the smooth. They've had some superb times at Bradford. We're top of the league. We were top of the league up until last week. 8 out of 8. All of a sudden, it just drifts away from a couple of us. Every little team has its bad patch. Just let's hope that this is Bradford Northern's bad patch and let them fight their way out of it. But like you said, the spectators, no matter where you are, always be difficult to please. Perolini drives forward. Bradford Northern there, though, just someday do that little kick from Golden, just stood and watched it as a little fella. All the time in the world to pick his men out. And in that occasion, it was Alan Hunt who picked the ball up and just canted underneath the post. Once again, this time it's Beavers. He tried to put a little chip through. No advantage given there by the referee. Actually, Bradford Northern getting the ball, knock on given. Saints fans don't like it, they're baying for 50. It's about nearly the last 5 minutes now. Turpin gets the ball. Turpin takes the Saints defence on. Good tackle there, both Tommy Martin though. So he's been a very good asset to this Saints team when he settles in. Certainly a class act, as he's proved earlier on. Better play the ball from Bradford, now getting a bit of a roll on. Hamer takes it forward. Perolini though mixing with a stiff challenge. Fairbank, he drives forward. Eventually the ball's played out to Dixon. Dixon, who certainly tried his best. That comes off a Halifax for a Saints player. Will it be back to 1? I don't think the referee said it is back to, as Roy goes forward. No, it's a last tackle, so we thought he'd cancelled it out. Knock on all sorts going in, a little chip from Fox. And Shaw Fairbank, well, Prescott's in great bravery, he goes down on that one. Right at the feet of big Cal Fairbank.
Yes, and Saints back in possession and looking to slow it down a little bit. Alan Hunt comes blindside. You have to make sure he keeps in the field of play, goes back centre, feeds the ball to Cooper. Cooper gets it going, overlap for the Saints on the left. There's Loughlin, out to Griffiths. Redsy Griffiths is up the wing. He's on the left wing in place of Sullivan. Saints play it quickly, Martin. Long ball to Cooper. Oh, Bradford on the rack. Fogarty tried to slip it out to the back, but it's gone down and Bradford come up with possession. And Myers, I think it is, slips it away. Bradford take it on the far side. Certainly exciting play. It has been throughout all the match.
That was St Helens at the best. I'm glad they didn't score. Probably worth a try the move. Sat on the right-hand side here with Hunt. 5 or 6 pairs of hands. The ball kept alive. Quality passing, quality handling. Really brilliant to see. And Bradford Northern once again at 6s and 7s. They lose the ball. Really no sense of direction at the moment, haven't Bradford.
Ladies and gentlemen, the colour plan Jennings roofing.
Once again, Saints going down the blind side. Loughlin striding away. Going back to the earlier move, I think if it hadn't been that Griffiths, the injured Griffiths on the wing, it would have been Sullivan or Hunt, it would have been a certain try, but as it's Perolini who's just inches short. Once again, Saints pounding the northern line, the inside pass to Fogarty. Fogarty held back. Golding now telling the lads to get deeper and deeper. Martin out wide. Saints dangerous from all angles. Cooper just holds that ball up. Bradford Northern defence being sucked in. Little inside pass, and it's as easy as that for St Helens. Gibbs just flooding over. No problem at all. The whole of the Bradford Northern defence has been sucked in. That makes it 49. Bradford going to suffer the ignominy of having 50 points put against them. All depends on this kick.
You know, looking at it from my point of view, John, we could have had at least 2 or 3 more tries that went to begging. But Golding gets it through the sticks there. An excellent low kick. That makes it 51 points to 12. Yes, a couple of tries going a begging for the Saints that obviously could have made the score even more. But it's on Sky tonight, and I'm sure this 4 in a row that we've been on, and we've not done so bad. 3 wins and a draw.
I don't think there are many in Bradford watching it, Ron, to tell you the truth, but I'm sure the the pubs and the clubs around the St Helens area, they'll be watching it. I think Neil Holden will be keeping his head down tonight as well. I don't think he'll be out in St Helens. Neil, of course, the assistant coach, they got rather a drubbing on Friday night over at Saints. Once again, it's Golden again. Ball not going to hand. Little Dave Watson, Bradford man of the match. He comes away with it as we go to the final stages of the game. About 2 minutes to go. Eventually Watson goes down while he's told to play the ball by the referee. A little bit of talking of it. Golding, well, he's done well, Ronnie. He's gone 89 minutes without being spoken. 79, should I say, without being spoken to. Eventually, he couldn't hold it any longer.
He's been excellent since he's come to St Helens, John, I can assure you. He kept his temper. You know, nothing to say. Obviously, I mean, he might have had a little chunner to himself, but Mr Campbell must have heard him chunning on that occasion and he's pulled him up. Bradford restart. in the dying minutes, only a minute perhaps of normal time remaining. Playing for pride, we're obviously beaten by a better side on the day. Bradford keep the ball moving. It's out to Turpin. He's had a good game, Turpin. He started at the right wing and he's been in the standoff berth in the centre. But Bradford still showing the ball, still looking to get more points on the board. Bouncing off the tacklers.
Yeah, I agree with you about young Turpin. It's certainly do his confidence a world of good. Probably being one of the few bright parts of the Bradford game. Fairbank kicks the ball superbly. Jason Donnell's away. Got Fox with him, but he just can't get the pass out. Once again, an excellent tackle by Prescott. The ball's being played. They play on till the whistle goes, will it? Northern play on. It's a kick through. Saints eventually kill the ball. It's all over. There goes the hooter. A final score of 51 points to 12 in St Helens' favour. A lot of soul searching to do for Bradford Northern. Saints definitely on the high. Not quite sure whether or not they take them. Does that take them into second place, Ron?
Could do, yes. No, I don't think it does, no. Saints will only have 15 points now. Bradford still have 16 points from 8 wins. Wigan have 16 points before today from 8 wins. But you couldn't have dreamed, but obviously before today's match, before you get on the park, on paper it's going to be a tough match, isn't it, John? Not many points separating the sides, but it's beyond belief. I'm astounded. I'm pleased. I'm chuffed to bits. 51 points to 12. I look forward to watching that again. Bit of disappointment if you're a Bradford specky, but we can't grumble. Saints go round, they applaud the following faithful, and Bobby Golding, he's proud to wear his jersey. He's really proud to be a Saints player. But the players there, they go over to the far side where most of the Saints spectators are gathered. And now Bradford, as you said, John, they've got to dig deep, haven't they?
Certainly have. Yeah, I'll be honest. I mean, you always fancy your chances. I know Saints were on very much of a high. One of the young lads asked me today how we think we'd gone. I thought, well, after the horrendous weekend we had at Warrington last weekend, we've prepared very well for the game of Bradford Northern, but unfortunately nothing's gone right for them right from the off. A little bit injured in there, but all credit to Saints. A magnificent performance, 9 tries, 51 points, and somebody else up there challenging Wigan, I hope. I've tipped Saints for the title, to be honest with you. I don't really want them to win it. I'd rather Bradford win it, but if Bradford can't win it, St Helens will be my team.
Yes, thanks, John. Anyway, it's been nice working with you, John, on behalf of Micron Video, Bradford Video and St Helens Video. We bid you farewell from Odsal, but just before I go, as far as you Saints spectators are concerned, we've got the 1993-94 season tri-tape available from the beginning of November. That'll be just in time for your Christmas present, so don't forget the 93-94 season tri-tape available from the beginning of November. Thanks for joining us. See you at Nosey Road, the next match, 1st of November versus the Australians.